Okay, now we start getting back into business. Bargain mattresses. This was, I think, a test or exam question not many years ago, and that's the type of thing that you can expect. The first thing that you can see in this question is that there is no tables with a lot of figures that you can use. So all the information that you need is somewhere in these paragraphs. So that means that you have to read each and every sentence very, very carefully. Guys, if you do not attempt to do these questions before you're going to look at the answer, you are not going to pass ACCC 111. So please do yourself a favor, try to do it first before you're going to have a look at what the question or the answer looks like. Okay, let's read this bargain mattresses and let's see if we can identify all the information that is really very, very important. Good. Mr. Baraka is a sole owner of Bargain Mattresses, BMAT, and has been in business since 1996. BMAT is registered for VAT, important. The current VAT rate is 4%. His wife Nuzella is responsible for the admin of the business and the financial year end is 28 Feb. BMAT has a limited range of mattresses. It only sells double bed Sealy once product and Edbo mattresses. BMAT uses the periodic inventory system. So what is cost of sales? Opening inventory plus purchases less closing inventory to account for inventory on the first in, first out method. The gross profit percentage on Sealy mattresses is 30% of the selling price. So Sealy, immediately you must write down for yourself and say Sealy equals 30% of the selling price, so 70 plus 30 equals 100. And the 50% margin is added to the cost price of Edbo. So Edbo equals 100 plus 50 equals 150. All mattresses are bought on credit. Let's just determine that no discounts are accounted for when the selling price of goods is determined. Why is that important? No discounts are accounted for. That means each and every time when a discount is actually being granted, it means I either have to adjust these formulas or I have to adjust the selling price to reflect a normal selling price, and only then I can apply these formulas. All mattresses are bought on credit from the same supplier, and a settlement discount of 5% is received should BMAT pay the outstanding invoice within 20 days. The policy is to make use of allowance accounts because BMAT always make use of this discount. At the beginning of the financial year, BMAT also negotiated a trade discount of 2% only on Edbo mattresses. All mattresses are delivered by a small BEE company which is not registered for VAT. The delivery cost is always equal to 4% of the VAT exclusive value of the invoice of the delivered goods. The VAT inclusive storage cost has been worked out by Nuzella at R17.10 per mattress. Now, for this year only, storage cost is something that you're going to ignore. Now that storage cost is to store the items after it has been delivered. So it's got nothing to do with a cost that I incur in order to get that item in my possession in order to enable me to sell the item. So that storage cost does not form part of the cost price of any items. BMAT decided to participate in the Black Friday sales promotion which were held countrywide in November 2017. During the last 2 weeks in November, all merchandise were marked down by 20%. Good. So there was special sales during the year. What happened during the special sales? The selling price was marked down by 20%. The proceeds banked from the sale of Sealy and Edbo mattresses amounted to 66,690 and 39,900 Rand respectively. The proceeds, it's mean the amount that I've put into the bank. So therefore, that amount and that amount will include VAT. So if I want to do anything, I have to exclude the VAT. And we said that the VAT rate is 40%. During special sales, these special sales were recorded in two special sales accounts in the general ledger. So they tell me I've got two types of sales accounts in the general ledger, one being for normal sales, one being for special sales. And there is such an account for normal and special sales for a series, and then separate accounts for EPOs. The total sales for the rest of the year, according to the normal sales account for Sealy mattresses, amounted to 425,400. What is the 425,400? It is in the normal sales account. Does your sales account include VAT? No, it doesn't. The VAT has been taken out. I do not record in any sales account any VAT. So that is a VAT exclusive amount. And the sum total of all these sales accounts in the general ledger was 2,630,600 Rand for the financial period under review. So I have total sales, and then I have some of the other sales. So when I start building my puzzle, and this is really what these type of questions are all about. It's like building a puzzle. I put in a little block here and I put a little block there, and at the end of the day, I get the full picture. On 28 Feb 2017, the cost of Sealy mattresses and the cost of EPO mattresses on hand, closing inventory, guys, and this is 2017, so 2018 is what we're working. So this is my opening inventory for the year, was 21,800 and 54,900 Rand respectively. The VAT inclusive amount of all credit invoices received from a supplier during the year amounted to 2,024,720. They didn't have to tell me it's VAT inclusive. If they only told me that the total of all credit invoices received from the supplier for the year was 2,024,720, you should have known that it is VAT inclusive and that you have to take out the VAT. BMAT had settled all these outstanding debt on 28 February 2018. Total storage cost pay amounted to a VAT exclusive amount of 48,000 for the financial year under review. Storage cost is not part of the cost price of a stock item. The physical stock count on 28 February 2018 revealed that the cost of the closing inventory of Sealy mattresses was 27,805. A family of rats had caused severe damage to EPO mattresses which were stored in the corner of the shop. So that means if I get the total for closing inventories, I can deduct from the total of closing inventories the closing inventory amount of 27,805 for Sealy mattresses. Then I have the closing inventory of the EPO mattresses. Now there was a little bit of rats and that caused some damage. Upon further investigation, it was found that 15% of the closing inventory of EPO mattresses was damaged and could only be sold at 50% of the original cost price. So immediately if you see something like that, things like net realizable value should immediately come to mind, and you should know that you must make some kind of adjustment. Now you are required to prepare the inventory notes to the financial statements of Bargain Mattresses for the year ended 28 Feb. The accounting policy note and the comparatives are also required. Show all your workings. Now, if I tell you prepare the inventory notes, I didn't have to tell you the accounting policy note as well, because I see inventory notes. So I'm very kind to tell you that I want the accounting policy note. The one that I do say, which is usually not in a paper, is that I would like comparatives as well. So you also have to give me what happened last year and what was your figure last year. Show all your workings. Now I've said that this type of question is like building a puzzle. In order to build a puzzle, I need a picture, because otherwise I haven't got a clue what I'm building. So the picture that I want is the layout of my income statement. So the layout of my income statement is sales, less cost of sales, and it's a periodic system. So what is cost of sales? Opening inventory plus purchases, plus purchase related cost, in this case delivery cost, less closing inventory equals gross profit. Once I have the picture, then I can start completing the picture by filling in the missing pieces. Now, sales. 2,630,600. So if you go back to the question, total sales for the year, and the sum total of all the sales account in the general ledger was 2,630,600 Rand for the year under review. 2,630,600. Cost of sales, opening inventory in the question. They tell me here that on 28 February the cost of Sealy mattresses and the cost of Eppo mattresses on hand was 21,800 plus 54,900. So I have my opening inventory, 21,800 plus 51,900, 76,700. Then I tell you that there were certain purchases made for the year. Good, they tell us that the total invoices received from the supplier during the year amounted to 2,024,720. Total of all credit invoices, VAT inclusive, 2,024,720. So I know that I have to take out the VAT. Furthermore, we tell you here that all mattresses are bought on credit from the same supplier and a settlement discount of 5% is received should we pay in time. And we say that they always make use of the allowance accounts because they always make use of the discount. So therefore, if you want to work out our total purchases amount, it is the 2,024,720. We're going to take out the VAT and we're going to multiply that by 95%, which then will give us the total purchase amount of 1,687,267. In the question, they also tell us that there is delivery cost involved, and the delivery cost is always equal to 4% of the VAT exclusive value of the invoice of the delivered goods. So the VAT exclusive value of the invoices is 2,024,720 divided by 1.14 multiplied by 4%. And that gives us then a total of 71,073. Closing inventory we don't have. So that is the big unknown at this point of time. Cost of sales at this point of time, therefore, we cannot calculate because we don't know what it is. So let's see what can we further complete in this line here, where we're going to talk about sales. What other sales figures do they give us? Question. Please see where you've made a mistake. Please rebuild the puzzle. And please make sure that you understand exactly where all the figures are coming from. Good luck. I'm thinking of you. Bye.